July 4th, I'm taking this car to its first ever track day, 2 hours away from home. So if something breaks, I'm basically stranded with no way to get back on a holiday weekend. So this weekend, I took the time to do a full track prep, change the oil, brake fluid, and clean the engine bay. While I was in there, I found something that I'm honestly still annoyed about, but we will get to that. We barely even started, and there's already a spider just sitting on the spoiler. Flicked him away, kept it moving. Here I realized the spoiler wasn't gonna sit flush, so I ended up taking the badges off, which none of the reviews even mentioned. I hosed it down, used some goo remover and some fishing line, then wrapped it all up with a scraper and cleaned it all up. As you could see, Mother Nature is just testing my patience. Took care of that, gave it a quick clean and kept it moving. Then I had to peel the backing off the 3M tape, which should have been easy, but I trimmed my nails that morning, so this somehow turned into a 10-minute fight. And once that tape touches the car, it's over. 6 like car dealers after a trading quote. And this is what we got. Icon Motorsport Slip. Subtle, aggressive, OEM plus. That's really the whole vibe I'm shooting for. The thing is, I really had one shot at this, so I'm not sure if it's 100% aligned. Tell me in the comments, could you actually tell if it's a little off? Because I can't stop looking at it. Moving on to what actually matters, I have an aftermarket drain valve on the car, so all I have to do is crack it open and let it rip. Then I filled it back with some fresh oil, got a new filter installed, and then we can move on to flushing the brake fluid. So here I started taking out some of the brake fluid with a turkey baster. Yes, a turkey baster from the kitchen. If it's not broken, don't fix it. This was my first time doing a brake fluid flush on any car, and it's actually on the self-tech sheet that I need to sign before I get on track. And since this is my daily and I'm about to be 2 hours away from home, I really don't want to play games with my brakes. So we bled all 4 corners, kept the reservoir topped off, and made sure fresh fluid was coming through. And here you could see the color difference. The light was the old, the darker was the new dot 4, and the pedals felt real solid after, so all good. With the oil and brake fluid out of the way, next up is the engine bay and air filter. Just a quick clean, nothing too crazy. I just didn't want to show up with the car already baked. Then I went to pull the air filter, and mid-disassembly, Allen key goes straight into the bay. Knew that was gonna happen, but shout out to my neighbor, he helped me fish it out. Couldn't have done it without him. Back at it though, pulled out the filter, and this thing was working overtime. Seed pods, debris, absolutely caked. So check your air filter, seriously, don't be me. Here's the annoying part. Last year, check engine came on a 2-hour drive back home, O2 sensor. Mechanic said it was fine, but I replaced it anyways, since I was already there and had the part. But looking at the filter now, pretty sure I fixed the wrong thing. Car was suffocating the whole time, so I cleaned it, dried it, and back in she goes. What I have here is the self-tech sheet from Hooked on Driving. I'll put a version of it right here. All right, by signing this, I'm taking full responsibility that the car is track safe. So let's just go through it and ensure everything's all set. All right, first things first, we got the tire. This is indeed healthy tread. Tire is inflated to recommended pressure. All lug nuts present and tight. Some of this is about the steering and suspension work. Everything's solid from that side. We don't have any play in the steering wheel, so that's all set. We don't have any fluid leaks. We did check that yesterday. We changed the oil. Hoses and belts in good condition. Let's do a quick check. All looks good. Now go ahead and check off the hoses and belts. Positive battery terminal. It is indeed covered. I'm actually going to top off the coolant just to be extra safe, especially that I'm going to take it on track. Then moving on to the brakes. I did change my pads around 3 weeks ago. Rotors, no issues on that side. They're looking fresh. Solid pedal feel. I did change the brake fluid. Brake lines free of cracks, no leaks, no issues there. Brake lights working in order, yes. No exhaust leak. It looks like we are all set. Now I just have to put my signature right here. Came home after all of that, and this was sitting at the door. MADANAT Plate. My dad had the same exact one back in Virginia in the 90s. 30 years later, here I am, my turn. It's insane. The way she responds now, it's just night and day difference. Night and day. I mean, you saw what came out of that. That's just next level. I'm so glad I figured this out. Even at the cost of an O2 sensor, this still makes all the difference. The oil is fresh. We flushed the brake fluid, and not to mention the air filter. That's just next level insane. The car has never been more ready for a track day. The real question is whether I am, but I guess we'll see about that next time.